It's just logic.
Logic doesn't apply anymore, Ruby. Logic doesn't apply. I wish you just stopped talking about logic, bro. Like, nobody gives a fuck about logic or common sense at all.
Yo, we had to do the other. He's just like, he's a legit fucking psychopath. Like, legit, just fucking crazy. So, he went to the hospital, came out of the hospital for like, literally, like, the mental hospital, like, the motherfucker crazy. So, now, his mom saw, his sister saw the people, like, oh, mom, they let him out of the hospital. Call us, going back and forth. Yeah, touch me, I'm a pop. Hey, look, he ain't gonna, I'm not even gonna fight that case. Put him in the house, bring him to the hospital. Then they're like, why should you be? I'm like, because he was being irate and I didn't want to, like, right in my face. He's gonna get violent. Right?
Yeah.
So when he got case, I'm like, because he's not being violent, I know people know about. It's a good thing. Yo, fuck you up. Blah, blah, blah. So, oh, you gonna fuck me up? Like, now you talking some shit. Now, earlier you were crying. And when the nurse saw that, sir, can you put that brother up? I thought you was nice.
Yep. They don't see the whole. That's why. Yo, talking to you more, I really listen to the whole police story first. Cause you don't know what the fuck goes on. You don't know what happened right before he came in there, and then the suspect is like, oh, he's abusing me. Like, is he really abusing you, or did you just say he was gonna fuck him up?
But you know what's crazy? That's how you know what's going on right now. They start thinking, saying, I want to sound paranoid. First, you turn everybody against the police, right? Now, you got this whole COVID anonymity. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You're telling people the police is not your friend. The whole movement. So who's gonna, if you don't trust the police, who's gonna make sure you're safe? The military. You don't have military roaming the streets.
Yeah, and then if they want to,
If you think about it, Chuck, if you honestly think about it, am I right or am I wrong?
you're right. And then on top of that, they want to defund the police, but then they want to make sure everybody's getting vaccinated and get all the testing and shit. Man, that shit costs money too, nigga.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Exactly.
Y'all can't win, man. No matter which way you push it, just like cops can't win, bro.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's the point is that you start seeing things, you like, yo, I get it, the police is evil, I get it, the police is this, the media, all this, all that. Now the crime rate is through the roof in these neighborhoods. Now who you think to patrol these neighborhoods? Now they're gonna be more impressed because one, there's not that much police out there, and then when the crime rate, you put all these lawless laws that make no goddamn sense, you make it like, oh well, the police can't do nothing. We don't need the police. Everybody's like, yay, crime rate's going off. Let's get the military involved. And that's what's going to happen. And the guinea pig place, the testing guinea pig, is where that dude died, George Floyd died at. Still this day, there's no police station over there.
Word?
There's no police station in Minneapolis. There is none. Where that dude died at, the crime rate is through the roof.
Bro, like they say that an empire can only crumble from within. We are witnessing the deterioration of our social infrastructure in this country, and if we stay on this course, bro, this shit won't last another 50 years like this.
Bro, let me tell you, and I tell people this, you guys don't understand what's unfolding. I'm like, nigga, social media was like expressing yourself. If somebody does not like what you're expressing, they can complain against you and shut your shit off.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like, you could hell Joe Biden all day, nothing happened. But you held the other people complain against you. Like, I can't talk about being black and being a man, like masculine and shit. But yet again, if I get like you said, they'll ban my social media, cancel everything. But yet again, if I talk about the other side, oh yeah, good job. Like,
Exactly.
dude, it's like they're eroding your right because you are so blind and so dumb.
And
little by little, they think you know what people's right.
And then the social media moguls, all these motherfuckers are like buying each other out, and now
Facebook owns Instagram and Snapchat and all that shit. So if they shut you off of one platform, they shut your whole voice down off of social media altogether, yo. And that shit ain't fucking fair, yo.
Bro, it's bad. It's bad. And it's just, people are so dumb. They're like, yo, they banned a president on a Twitter.
Yo,
social media.
I never thought some shit like that would happen, yo. A sitting president. How you ban a president from speaking his mind? He wasn't. Like I said. It's not hate speech. If nobody says, "Hey, I want this group of people to go kill, massacre, and slaughter these people," or whatever, like, as long as you're not saying anything hateful, I don't give a fuck what you say. You got your own opinions. I hate fucking cheeseburgers. Well, you hate cheeseburgers. I love cheeseburgers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I hate flying coach. Well, I don't mind flying coach. I don't give a fuck what you hate or how you say it. Oh, I hate black people. Well, I love black people. As long as you're not calling for any kind of violence against us, it's not hate speech. And you took a sitting president, you took his voice, like his social media voice away. Like, that's scary.
That's what I'm telling people. I'm like, yo, you don't understand. Everybody's like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, yo, you guys are so dumb. I'm like, if they do that to a sitting president, what you think they can do to you?
Yeah, you're nobody. We're just like nobody peons. And we got no real power, bro. If they want to silence us, bro, it's so easy. So easy.
I'm like, bro, it's bad, man. It's bad. Yo, like you said, man, the
All right,
Yo, man. Yo, Chris Lowe shocked me, bro.
What happened?
No, he got me the PS5, man. I gotta pay him, man. He Lowe shocked me, man.
You got it?
Yeah, he ordered it. I gotta pay it back. I'm like, Chris, man. I got some bills to pay. Don't kneecap me, bro.
all right, Ruben. I ain't want to see you with all your front teeth knocked out. You know they put you on the curb, nigga. Curb stomp you.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, man. I don't want no submission yet.
Hey, I know you got all that. I know you got all that military training and stuff, but Chris ain't no little dude either.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, yo, you give an offer, I cannot refuse.
Yo, then how did he get it? How he be on that shit all day, bro. But I tell you one thing though, Chris made sure that we gonna get one of them shit, no matter what, nigga.
I gotta pay it, man. I'm like, Chris, cool, man. You know I got a couple bills to pay, man. You can't be doing this to me, man.
You know I ain't gonna say no. Now I'm in debt, nigga.
Exactly. Nah, I'm like, say I just paid some bills. Now I got another. Man, come on, man.
You know I'ma buy it, but shit, nigga, damn.
Yeah, like, you hit me with that crackhead shit.
Yeah. Come on, man. Give it to me now, man. I'll pay you back next week, man. Come on, man. You know I'm good for it.
Yeah. He hit with that crackhead shit, yo. This one's on the house, nigga.
Go ahead. Well, then he be like, here you go, here go your tracking number. Here go your tracking number, bro. Make sure your crack get to you okay.
I was like, and now I got Joe's like, yo, it's like your house. Come on, man.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The day that my shit was supposed to get dropped off, I took the day off work, bro. Fuck that. I stay home for my shit, nigga.
Yo, bro, when I tell you my name, bro. Now I'm about to do some overtime. I got some overtime I'm doing tomorrow anyway. I'm doing a double tomorrow anyway.
Damn.
Yeah, because so a lot of us getting pushed on the train, right?
Getting pushed on the train.
Niggas getting pushed in front of the train.
Yo, that is a crazy ass way to murder somebody. Yo, just wait till that split second right before the train come and just push a nigga in front of that shit.
Bro, it's New York. So now what happened now is that then they defund the police. They're like, oh, we don't feel safe in the train. So now,
cause there are no cops down there monitoring the subway no more.
Exactly.
Duh.
So I have to do doubles now, or like they took one person on regular patrol and somebody to do overtime. They put them sitting in a train platform to make it look like there's a lot of police on the train, but there isn't. It really isn't.
Yeah.
Because now I want them to put on a train platform. Now patrol, now it's one car short. Now the city's still fucking mayhem.
That's crazy. Yo, you know what? We'll patrol the subways if somebody volunteers for overtime. If nobody volunteers for overtime, fuck it, you guys are out because you defunded us.
Oh, they voluntold me, nigga.
He said voluntold.
Yeah.
Damn, they gonna voluntold you about that vaccine too, watch.
Yeah, and then like, why you don't do overtime? Because I got a 6-month-old baby out.
Exactly, bro. I mean,
I'm like, huh?
I get it, bro. Like at my last job, I never wanted to do overtime. Never. Oh, think about the extra money and this and that. Like you said, I got a family at home, nigga. Think about my time. My time is more valuable than what you paying me per hour. I'd rather go home and be with my fucking family. Fuck your OT.
Yeah, man.
Yep. I'm gonna be in Philly. I'll be in Philly this weekend, and I don't know, man. I gotta find. I keep saying this every time we talk, but I gotta find a good reason to come holler at you, bro.
Man, don't worry, man. But I gotta figure out how I'm gonna. When I go to military, I gotta go to Virginia for the next one. But next time I'm in PA, man. We'll figure something out, man. We gotta link up, man. Or one day we'll be a Chris off, and you would meet up somewhere like a midpoint. What's the midpoint? Like I know it's in Jersey.
Yeah, that's probably like. Well, Jersey is closer to you guys, cause it's still like I don't know, but yeah, Jersey would be good. But I like coming to the city. Only thing about New York, man, everything fucking expensive. I can't buy another $27 hot dog.
Yeah, nigga, even rats got class out here, nigga.
What? Damn.
Even bitches ride the train, nigga. Bitches walk on the train with you, like, hey, nigga,
what's good, bro? What stop you getting off on, nigga?
Bitches don't win flying New York, nigga. Them niggas literally get in the train and get wherever they get off and just walk out and hop up the steps and fly out.
Damn.
That's disrespectful, nigga.
Why you ain't fly across town, man? It's too hot out there, nigga. All right, man, I just catch the train, nigga.
Yo, the funny thing is, at the end of the train, typical New Yorkers is like, oh, it's just standing like a regular passenger. Everybody just stand there like it's not really there. You know?
Yeah. Motherfucker hop in the seat. Nobody don't shoo him away like, oh, he already got that seat. He already got that seat.
Yo, you want some crazy shit, son? I don't know how this lady did it. Like, she's known for doing that shit. This lady is Chinese lady that lives in the building. This lady walked up to a pigeon and snatched it. I'm like, how in the fuck you do that?
Just pick the pigeon up, like grab his ass.
And put it in the knapsack and walk the fuck.
What the fuck, bitch? The pigeon whisperer.
One day I saw her, I'm like, that's your question. She said, what? I'm like, how do you manage to catch these pigeons? She's like, it's not that hard. I'm like, no. I'm like, I want these pigeons. Do not twist, they fly off. She's like, no, it's not that hard. I'm like, you able to catch these pigeons? She's like, yeah. She walked over, picked it up, and walked it back to me, like in her hand.
Damn.
I'm like, how the fuck you do that? I was like,
She smelled like a pigeon. They think they want to hug.
I was like, she's like, you want it? I'm like, fuck no. I didn't know you was gonna catch it that fast. And she put it in the knapsack and walked the fuck off.
Yo, that bitch is bruh man from the 5th floor. I got these chickens, man. Them ain't chickens, them pigeons, man.
So that's all. You don't let them take the pigeon like that? I'm like, yo, you see all these pigeons out here? I'm like, how many pigeons that died today that got hit by cars? Only. So why the fuck does this one bother you?
Yo, it's crazy how those birds adapted to living in.
Let her take the pigeon.
Hey, they might be some messages.
Yeah, I was like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like, eat them. I don't know what she does. I don't fucking know.
Bitch make soup out that shit, yo.
Yeah, nigga, I don't know, nigga. But I was like, bro, I told her, I'm not gonna go in your house if this pigeon hanging all over your house, right? Some witchcraft shit, right?
Oh.
Real funny. And she just walked off. Like, all right. Then I walk in your house, fucking feathers and pigeon skeletons all over your fucking house. It's just chilling, man. But it's about to get wild, bro. From here to the next couple years, it's about to get wild. If this shut down again, people gonna revolt, nigga. Cause niggas they have no job. Nigga about to lose their house, and they got a little freedom.
But see, that's why they gotta hype the fear in the death scenario up so that people will be scared enough to go with it. Like you say, if they're just like, oh, we're gonna, we're going back into lockdown and quarantines again and social distancing and masks and people, like you say, people are right, like fuck that. I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the club. But now what they're it's more catchy. New patients from COVID all have the Delta variant. And so they're hyping up the fear so that people will submit themselves just like, oh man, fuck that shit, bro. That Delta variant is out there, fuck that. Like I just FaceTime my homeboy earlier today. He in Vegas. He got a mask on walking through the airport. Like, man, take that fucking mask off, bro. You conformative ass motherfucker, man. You just scare people into that shit, yo.
I'm like, I gotta think that's more deadly than COVID, nigga. they're like what? I'm like, nigga, bullets, knives, AIDS, nigga. AIDS is still around, nigga.
Why, yeah, how come they ain't fighting for AIDS cures like they fighting for this goddamn COVID cure shit?
I'm like, yo, nigga, we telling me that within a couple of months we find cure for COVID and we still can't find cure for AIDS, nigga. AIDS is still a thing, nigga.
Yeah, you know what? We don't talk about that shit as much as we used to, man. In the 90s, you had AIDS commercials and HIV commercials and all kind of shit. Like, motherfuckers just don't talk about that shit no more.
Yo, we was growing up, niggas like have a girl pregnant to get AIDS, nigga.
I'm telling you, yo. That shit's crazy.
I gotta go pregnant. No bet, no problem. What? I got AIDS? Nigga, the world ended, nigga. Kill me, nigga.
Fuck it. Dying, nigga. I only know one person who died from AIDS. Like, my homeboy's sister, back in the day, like, they said she had that shit, and she died. She was young, too. She was, like, 22 or 23 or some shit. That shit's crazy.
But that shit is wild, man. Like, the way it's going down right now, bro, it's about to get bananas. I shit told Shorty, I'm like, listen, you know that tribal nurse next year? Go ahead, nigga. Make your paper. And she's like, oh, what about the kids? My man, I'm like, my cousin might be 3 years old.
Yo, you know what? Would your department allow you to submit a religious exemption form stating that it's against your religion to put foreign bodies inside of you?
Oh, hell no, nigga. They made the Jews try to pull that shit, nigga. The Hasidics?
Yeah.
Like, nah, nigga. Fuck your religion, nigga.
Damn.
Y'all gonna take this shit. Or them Jews thinking, nigga. And the funny thing is, in Rockland, where I live at, in New York, they're one of the super spreaders, nigga. They're like, nah, nigga, y'all gonna take this shit. Fuck your religious shit. Y'all gonna take this one.
Wow.
Nigga, everybody's thinking that shit, nigga. Everybody. But you know what's crazy? So apparently, because you know they embargo Cuba, with that whole practice going in Cuba right now.
Yeah.
And Cuba has the best medical. You know what's funny? Cuba has the best. How come? The crazy thing is, how come COVID was not ravaging the Caribbean like that?
And that's what I try to tell people too, man. There are certain countries that don't seem affected by this shit, yo. In certain places.
COVID was so super fucking. And the crazy shit was, Cuba, they
yeah, but with all our embargoes and shit on Cuba, nobody can really go there. Like, well, from America. Well, what are Cuban relations with other nations? Do like Italian people go to Cuba for vacation?
They were sending it to other countries. They were sending it to the U.S. And the U.S. are all that nigga. Let me tell you. That's why I tell people. Like, American Cubans, Cuba is the best. I'm like, nigga, are you in Cuba right now? No. I'm like, okay. Cuba has one of the best medical doctors right now. I'm like, it's always like that. Everybody was crying, oh, we oppressed, or we this, and we that. I'm like, nigga, you protesting Cuba in America. What does that fucking make?
None at all.
I'm like, you guys don't get it. I'm like, look at what they did to Liberia. Liberia, what Gaddafi was, I heard was amazing. Now, Liberia's a fucking shit.
Yo, Gaddafi had that shit. He did not want to use American dollars for their oil trade, and that's why they killed his ass. Like you say, free education, free housing for families, a married couple who have a kid, man, you guaranteed housing, medical was free, if not absolutely like super cheap. Like he had his whole country, and then they were taking their gold reserves and making their own gold currency, and that's what I mean. Like you say, man, as soon as motherfuckers, Americans get involved in some shit, yo, they always try to make some what we would call dictators, like make them look super bad, but like they just be running their fucking country, yo.
It's the U.S. and the NATO. The NATO, which means Germany, the Europeans and the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is. You know, it's all they need my help.
Chill out, bro.
Like, bro.
Oh, you breaking up, Ruben? Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Like for example, like the guy who died in Haiti, the president in Haiti, right?
Yeah.
My people in Haiti tell me, yo, he did a lot of things, but he never talked, but he just do. They didn't like that.
Motherfucking action.
Like a bad guy.
Nah, motherfucker took action.
People in America like, oh well, I know you gonna get killed. It's not my time. I'm like, nigga, are you in Haiti right now? No. Do you know what's going on in Haiti? No. So how in the fuck you gonna talk about this if you don't know what to do down there experience?
Facts.
Oh well. I'm like, it's just I'm like, bro. Democracy does not work in every country. Haiti is one of them. Haiti needs a dictator. Democracy does not work for everybody.
And that's what Western cultures don't understand, and that's why they try to colonize everybody and spread democracy everywhere. And people are still like you say, man, let people run themselves the best way for them. And like you said, democracy ain't always the fucking best fucking way. That's why there's communist countries and socialist countries.
Look at Afghanistan, bro. Not one building we've built over there over 20 years. Because Afghanistan, they're like, we don't want it. Oh, we here to help you. We don't want it. You sure? We just killed 20,000 of y'all. We got 20,000 more. We don't want this shit. And guess what? We left. The new shit now, like Pakistan. Now they're trying to push Pakistan. Oh, we're gonna spend $20 million on gender programs in Pakistan. They had issues. They've been over there for 20 years. People the fuck fool. People I'm like, yo, nigga, Katrina and Louisiana is still fucked up from Katrina about 20 years ago, nigga. And you get $20 million and dump it over there. Why do I need to over here? That still don't have a house.
Oh, you can't bring shit up like that, bro. See, Ruby, you be making too much sense, bro. I tell you about doing that.
I'm like, yo, what is wrong? I'm like, nigga, fuck the Pakistanis, nigga. I need the money here, nigga.
Always.
Nigga, me and my girl work our asses off, nigga. I'll be honest. Like, inflation is so crazy, Trap. Yo, me and my girl combination, we make close over 200,000, nigga. Where's that money, nigga?
Where all the tax dollars go to? It ain't here.
Exactly, bro.
Y'all take so much money from us and then send that shit overseas to Israel and Pakistan and what the fuck, bro? And that's why Trump got us out of the fucking that green deal, yo. Like each country can figure out their own way to reduce their carbon footprint or whatever, man. But we don't need to be investing so much money in that shit for years and years. That shit ain't fucking working. Y'all ain't really do shit yet, yo.
Yo, nigga, let me tell you. I sit down and I really think about this shit, about inflation. Why are we paying two taxes? You pay state and federal. Why am I paying taxes twice?
You pay taxes 3 times, bro. You pay taxes when you purchase anything, you pay a sales tax. And then you pay your state taxes, and then you pay your federal taxes. Like, you hit us 3 fucking levels, nigga.
Nigga, and the funny shit that cracks me up is, nigga, how you tax me on bills, nigga? I got the shit that you selling me. Like electricity or a car or a mortgage. Nigga, I'm paying you. Oh, the interest rate? Nigga, that's tax, nigga. Like, no matter how you put it, nigga, it's tax.
You taxing.
Nigga. Like, what the fuck?
I swear, bro. Our whole system, and that's because we're a capitalistic nation. Like, people really say it's a democratic nation, but this is a capitalistic republic. And that's why the rich get richer and the poor get fucking poorer, bro.
Nigga, I'm like, bro, it makes no fucking sense. In America right now, the way this shit is going, nigga, there's no middle class, nigga. There's no middle class.
They trying to, it is.
You're rich or poor.
Yo, and everybody, Alex Jones, motherfucking Alan Watt, people been saying this for decades. They are destroying the middle class, which is you, bro. You. They're trying to wipe you out. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. They've been trying to destroy the middle class for decades, and this is another way to do it. And all the small businesses who were middle class citizens, like, had to shut their fucking doors, and they're not going to be able to open back up. And it's like, what the fuck, yo?
After this COVID, no. And then now that they finally opened up, now the new Delta variant come out.
Yeah, close back down again. And then this gives all the billionaires more opportunities to buy up smaller businesses and startups and just grow their shit, because Amazon just keep growing and growing through this whole fucking pandemic. Apple and everybody else, all the big companies.
Ain't going to space, nigga.
Yo, don't say it, Ruby.
I want to thank everybody for making this happen.
Yo.
Nigga,
what?
Nigga, I was in my living room.
What?
Like, nigga, what? Nigga, I funded your space.
Did you just say what? I like to thank all the employees and everybody who shot with me, because you basically paid for this. Like, I mean,
yeah. Oh, thank you all for buying shit on my website.
But he not wrong though.
Nigga, what?
He not wrong, and he said that shit laughing, like giggling with that shit, like, cause you guys paid for this, yo, like, woo, damn.
I'm like, but it's crazy. Like, when you said that shit, I'm like,
he not wrong though, like, but that's how.
I've been swindled, nigga. Like,
hey, everybody who work at Amazon need to make fucking $30 an hour, nigga. Everybody need to make $30 an hour, bro. You know what I'm saying? And have like fucking all free healthcare that they don't have to pay into. If you going into space, nigga, you went into space for 11 minutes. That shit costs $14 billion for 11 minutes.
Even Elon Musk. You know what's so fucked up with Elon Musk? The niggas who work in Tesla car companies,
them
niggas support Teslas.
They do what now?
They can't even afford a Tesla.
That's yeah. It's like, nigga, like Tesla like 50 grand right now. Man, I can't buy that shit.
Yeah, and they're like, yo, we don't even get discounts for this motherfucker. I'm like, God damn.
I mean, I feel like any car company. I don't give a fuck. Porsche, Audi, Mercedes, Lamborghini. I don't give a fuck what car company. If you work even in the plant, like putting that shit together, they should give you a fucking car, yo. You should own one of them motherfuckers, yo.
Nigga, what? Nigga, I was in the same shit too. Nigga, I was an 80-year-old man driving a fucking Bugatti. What
yeah, right.
How you afford this? Nigga, I was been built for this shit, nigga.
I worked there, nigga. I put this bitch together, yo. I put this shit together, yo.
It's crazy. Like, this guy's sister told me, yo, I can't even afford this shit. I'm like, why don't you, do you guys get discounts? He's like, nah, nigga, we have no discounts, nigga. None.
But even like with even smaller shit like fast food, they just now, like, fast food employees are getting paid $15 an hour. You're just now getting paid enough to like buy a meal with 1 hour of your time. Like, before you work in fast food, you work for an hour, they don't even pay you enough to eat at that bitch, yo. Like,
but you know what's crazy? But when you go to McDonald's, yeah, they get $15, all right. But how many kiosks you get? How many you interact with?
Yep.
2 people?
Yep. And then it's like I just noticed this shit, bro. You get less food, like, me and my girl, we hardly ever eat fast food like that. But I remember we did stop somewhere, a McDonald's or Burger King, whatever, and that shit was like $21 for me. Like, nigga, I could have went to a sit down restaurant and spent like $10 more and got a decent meal. Like, how y'all just charge me $21 for like some soggy burgers, some cold fries, and a drink that's filled up with fucking ice? Like, what the fuck, yeah?
Yeah, man. Like,
but there's no inflation though.
Nigga, why am I paying this much money?
Hey, there's no inflation though. There's no such thing as inflation.
It's crazy. Because back then, when I was growing up, that's in the low income areas. You know, McDonald's is king in the hood. Because, you know, on the deli, because
Man, back in the day, $7 to feed everybody, nigga. The dollar menu, nigga, shit.
Nigga, you see how McDonald's look like, nigga? Nigga, you walk in these shit look like Starbucks, nigga. Nigga like, you know what? I want to thank you for making our McDonald's look like that. McDonald's used to look fun, nigga. When you see the Golden Arch, you know how I'm about to go to McDonald's look like I'm about to have fun.
That was the
nigga,
shit.
When you walk in McDonald's right now, nigga, you look like you about to go invest, nigga. Like,
McDonald's grew up, yo. That shit.
It takes the fun out of it for
yeah.
the little kids now.
That shit grown up. Like, how the fuck McDonald's grow up?
You never noticed it now?
I be seeing that shit now, bro.
You work at McDonald's, they became modern. The kids look, oh man, because you know what they do now? They do it to the way the new generation.
Yeah.
Back then, McDonald's almost all of them had a play place.
Cause we like to play outside. Now kids don't play outside. They eat their food and be on their phone.
Now you get in McDonald's, they have the TV, they got the Wi-Fi and shit like that. It's like a cafe. God damn, dude. Shit is fuck. Nigga, it is shit, nigga.
And it's, like, you know what's weird getting old, bro? Like, I remember my grandma would tell me stories of things that she remembered that had changed. Like, I remember one time we were going to church and she was like, she remembered when, like, a big highway. She's like, I remember when this highway wasn't here. You know, it was only the old back road and this highway wasn't here. I'm like, damn, grandma, you old as shit. But now I be thinking, like, I remember shit, like you said, just like McDonald's shit, bro. I remember that shit was different, bro. That shit seemed like so long ago, though. Like,
yeah,
shit fucking changed crazy.
It's changing fast.
Hell yeah.
It's about to get crazy, man, in the next couple of years. You'll see. Yeah, I just walked in this house right now. You'll see, bro. You'll be like, God damn. You'll see. I'm telling you, man. You'll see. It's about to get wild. I'm not walking this out. I'm in the house right now. This is about to attack me soon. I open that damn door, man.
All right, bro. Enjoy your evening, man. You know I always enjoy talking with you, man.
All right, bro.
I'll holler at you. Yo, that nigga talk for, yo, me and Ruby on the, I mean, one time, yo, when our longest conversation, man, that dude was on the phone for like 2 hours, bro. For 2 hours, just fucking, I forgot. I think I was playing a different game. I'm on the PlayStation playing some shit. He playing some shit. We just on the phone, just like that, busting it up, talking about the same shit, yo, just all different kind of shit, yo, man. That nigga crazy as fuck though. Goddamn, yo, police officer. This motherfucker tell me, yo, this shit's still crazy, bro. This a cop, right? This motherfucker talking about, we was talking about Waze. Cause some lady at my job, she was like, oh, I use Waze. Or no, she said her daughter, they were going out of town somewhere and she was using the regular Google Maps or whatever, and her daughter was like, oh, download the Waze app and use that instead because it's better. And so she was like, oh, I kind of like Waze, but it kept rerouting too much, this and that. And I didn't interject anything. But what I thought to myself was, I wanted to say, man, Waze is just for watching cops, yo. That's all that shit is the best for. So if you're speeding or if you're smoking while you're driving or something, if that shit is current and up to date, like, you'll get a notification where you just know to be cautious. But I didn't say that. I was like, that shit just for fucking cops, yo. But me and Ruby was talking about that shit, yo. Yo, my man was like, he was like, yo, when I clock in, if I gotta sit on duty somewhere like that, man, I put myself on Waze. I'm like, what? He's like, I put myself on that bitch, yo. I'm like, where? He's like, yep, man, I ain't trying to do shit today, man. I'm just gonna sit here, bro. Let everybody know I'm right here. So, man, don't come by me speeding, man. I let y'all know, man, I put myself on Waze, man. I'm like, bro, you fucking crazy for that shit, nigga. Yo, how the cop give you the fucking heads up, yo? Yo, and now that shit reality, yo, the two-way TVs. Motherfuckers be on that shit, pull up the visuals. And then they Star Trek, they'll pull up the other spaceship and start talking to them while they still on these ships. Beam them over, Scotty. And then they'll fucking send them. It's like, yo, if they gonna try to make that shit for real, yo. You know, one of my favorite movies is District 9. If anybody remember that one, District 9. It's an alien movie. Aliens came, they crash landed here, and they couldn't leave. They really didn't try to invade or overtake or anything. They just like kind of got fucked up. And it was like, oh, we don't want to be here, but like this is the only place we can kind of come to right now, and we can't leave. And so like we tolerated them for a while and treated them like lesser than, because you're not from Earth, so you're not human and you're lesser than us. But they had fucking interstellar space travel, so they were more than. But in that movie, close towards the end, there's this one scene where they have a mech or a mecha or a armored suit or a power suit. And I know it's CGI, but it looks so well put together. Like that was one of the best mech suits I've seen in the movie. And it looks so feasible that I wouldn't doubt if they already have something like that. Like if you can imagine it well enough to design it in a 3D space, you can make this shit real if you wanted to. Just like the Atlas robot and the fucking Spot Mini. Like you can make that if you really, really wanted to. And most of our science fiction has become science fact. And I don't know, if you look at my bookshelf, I've always been a fan of science fiction and like fantasy, horror shit. Like that was my genre of reading for years as a kid, yo. If that shit went about some space pirates or some aliens or some shit, man, like I really went into that shit. Love that fucking sci-fi shit, yo. The sci-fi was my shit, yo. Still love science fiction shit, yo. And I don't know, and that shit comes to pass. Like you say, these motherfuckers talking to their computers and can see each other and talk to each other in real time. And that shit was just like on TV. Like, man, that shit'd be cool as fuck if that shit was real, yo. And it is. The main thing, like one of my favorites is Dick Tracy had that little TV on his watch. Like, how you get technology so small it's on your fucking watch? Like, who wrote that shit? Who wrote Dick Tracy, man? Who thought of that shit, yo? One day you'll be able to communicate through your watch. Like a device so small, it's a wristwatch. And you can see people and talk to them and hear them, and it's just like, what the fuck? And that shit is fucking real. Like, how the hell did you predict that? So motherfuckers started talking about warp drives and Dyson spheres and shit like that. I'm like, soon enough, it'll come, It'll be maybe 1,000 years from now or 3,000 years from now. But if we don't fucking wipe ourselves out, just give us some time, yo. Everything motherfuckers dream of, yo. I swear that shit'll be possible sooner or later. We might manipulate fucking gravity and time space. Figure out how to fucking... Well, we can figure out how to... We've already figured out how to travel through time, space, into the future. Can't go backwards. But... who knows what's coming? Alright, so I had the AC and the fan off because I was on the phone. I don't turn that shit back on because, yo, it's hot as a bitch. Hotter than a bitch in here right now. I am not lying. I'll show y'all the goddamn thermometer, bro. That shit, when it's so hot, the thermometer just go all the way past the red part. The red part go to 90, and then it's past that. Like, nigga, I can't even calculate the heat in the room right now. I don't like it when it's like that. I don't like when my thermometer can't tell me how hot it is.
Big boy sports that have been around forever, they don't really beat up their bodies in training. They're so smart about it. Now,
Hey guys, quick note. My brand new book, The Authoritarian Moment, is out this week. Go pick up a copy today. I think it's really important. It's about how all of the major institutions of American society have now been taken over and weaponized by the left against dissent. It's not just about how they did it. It's about how we take those institutions back. Check out the link in the description below and get a copy of The Authoritarian Moment.
The most important story that I didn't think was going to matter, but it does. Simone Biles. Simone Biles is apparently an Olympic athlete. I'd never heard of Simone Biles until last night. I don't watch the Olympics. It's never particularly interested me, and in the recent years where American athletes are turning against their country, I'm not saying Simone Biles did that, but where a number of athletes are doing that, I'm just not interested at all. So Simone Biles...
Okay. So Simone Biles, you've never heard of her until yesterday? That's crazy, bro. Like, she is so famous and so popular in the African American community. Even she's been on the cover of numerous magazines and like national headlines for newspapers and stuff. How have you not heard of her? But anyway, like, just by saying that means you have no black friends at all. Like, no close black friends at all. Because I've even posted, like, some stuff about her. And I'm not really big into the Olympics and gymnastics and shit like that. But, like, the bitch is fucking awesome as shit, yo. Bitch flip like a ninja. Like, come on, man. Like, how you never heard of... Yo. I mean, you have no black friends, period. At all. You can't have a black friend and not know who Simone is.
Is apparently a very popular and accomplished gymnast. And Simone Biles decided, because she performed badly in some event, that she was just going to quit the Olympics. She was sent to the Olympics to represent the United States, to bring home medals, to do sport battle against other countries, and to bring home medals for the United States. But then she just wasn't feeling it one day. She just wasn't feeling it. So, in the past, when Olympians have not just injured their feelings, but injured their bodies, they have still gone on, they've still competed, they've still fought to bring home those medals for the United States. Compare, as my friend Charlie Kirk did on the internet yesterday, compare those good old days to Simone Biles today. Here you have an Olympian competing with a broken foot. Scary strike. She was there for gold, there for her team. For her country and her soul.
A lot of different variables, and I think we're just a little bit too stressed out. But we should be out here having fun, and sometimes that's not the case.
Okay, there's a lot of variables as to why she quit. And she was a little stressed out. And look, she's just there to have fun. She's just there for her, right? Of course not. I mean, this is sad. This is pathetic. This is disgraceful. But I don't want to be too hard on Simone Biles here. One, because I don't know anything about Simone Biles, and I'm not that interested. But also, two, because I think Simone Biles is the voice of her generation. I think she is the voice of a generation that was not taught duty, that was actually taught to mock duty, that was taught to mock honor and the things that are higher than one's own pleasure and one's own comfort. Simone Biles, as she quits the Olympics because she's got the bad feels, she says, I've never felt like this going into a competition before. I tried to go out there and have fun and warm up in the back, went a little bit better, but then once I came out here, No, mental's not there. So I just need to let the girls do it and focus on myself. Physically, I feel good. I'm in shape, she says. She said this to the Today Show. Emotionally, that kind of varies in the time and moment. Coming here to the Olympics and being the head star isn't an easy feat, so we're just trying to take it one day at a time and we'll see. It's really, really pathetic and disgraceful because she's not there to have fun, and she's not there for herself, and she's not there as just whoopsie daisy. Think about the person whose spot she took. Think about the people who spend their whole lives trying to make it to the Olympics. And then this gal took another gal's spot, and then because she just didn't have the right feels that day, she said, no, I'm not having as much fun as I used to. Imagine the guy storming Normandy. Say, this isn't as fun as it used to be. Imagine you're at your office. You've got a very important project. One of the key guys on the team, he says, you know what, guys? It just doesn't, I don't know, I'm not enjoying it as much as good luck, see ya. I'm quitting. It's just quitting. I know some people trying to defend her. They say, she has mental problems. Maybe she does. I don't know. I mean, I know some people have been blaming it on mental problems. I know a lot of people are blaming a lot of things on mental problems because suffering and grievance now carries social currency. But if this woman really has mental problems, then she should never have been competing in the first place. She needs to get the help that she needs, right? Or is that just an excuse because she just didn't, she didn't feel it. She felt she wasn't competing at her best, and maybe she just doesn't want to. And in our culture, there's nothing more important than one's will, than one's appetite, than one's pleasure and comfort and desire. Very sad stuff. Sad stuff. This just underscores my decision not to watch or care about the Olympics at all. Hey, I'm glad you liked that clip. It warms my heart. Now you get the whole show. You can get the whole show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts. The show is The Michael Knowles Show. The episode is the January 6th Commission Clown Show. Head on. Don't be an Adam Kinzinger. Go on. Head on over there and do it right now. You can also get my book, Speechless: Controlling Words, Controlling Minds. See you next time.
Need a freelancer? Go to Fiverr.com and find one in seconds. Or don't go to Fiverr and waste your time searching for freelancers instead of...
Mint Mobile to tell you about that. It's so freaking huge. I asked Epic Voice.
Nevertheless, adrenaline in my chest. He getting regrets forever, discrediting the best while living up in his mess. He got a
Oh my gosh.
In under 5 minutes.
The niggas bringing this up.
Look on, bro. You ain't got no damn hit on your chest, bro.
Get out, Tyler. I'm not putting on shit.
Okay, this is all I need to know. Look back. This is all I need to know. You, Royce URL, what's up?
I don't fuck with URL like that.
Okay, you
Oh, wait. I don't want to do URL.
Okay.
Beasley,
listen.
Beasley, for some reason, feels that I have like a bone to pick with URL, right? So he keep backdooring, throwing numbers, and he'll throw shit to Mickey. And I'm like, look, man, I'm not really interested in the URL shit. I'm not really interested in battling Royce, right? But don't get it fucked up. That don't mean I won't cook niggas if niggas keep pushing buttons.
I ain't pushing your button. We pushing the button. Lux in them cards.
I don't want to do that shit personally. But if you want to make a professional fool of your motherfucking self running up against a demon, go ahead. Fuck you.
Who you talking to, man?
Y'all ain't rap yet. Y'all ain't yet. None of this is rap.
Listen. Before you say something stupid. Mook and them called you. I ain't bringing this up. Mook and them called you.
Look, Lux called me.
What the fuck you think? I'm lying to you? What the fuck I gotta lie for, dog?
Nigga, Lux just called me.
Well, get in the motherfucking ring there, bitch. If you got a motherfucking problem, who you think you fucking talking to, nigga? You playing too much.
Okay, start
practicing. Take some of that motherfucking face off your voice.
Start practicing, nigga.
It ain't nothing to practice about.
Then nigga start practicing. Fuck what you talking about.
It ain't nothing to practice about. If you can't rap unless you get personal. Did he hang up? He hung up. You ain't gonna fucking feel the way toward me like I'm the one. I ain't fucking bring it up, nigga. They brought it up to you. I brought it up. 30 days from now, what's up? If you don't want to do it on URL, there's other leagues you can do it in. What's going on? There's a lot of other leagues giving out this bag. What's up? Why you made my man hang up like that for, man? Because I'm straight to the point. Lower his motherfucking sensitive, fake, tough ass shit. We gonna see each other in person. But we can really talk and we can really both live in the center of our truth. You know what I mean? I'm tired of niggas acting like motherfucking pseudo tough niggas. Hey, we just want to motherfuckers don't fucking talk to me like that, nigga. Break my fucking neck. Put in flowers. That's what we here to do. I ain't never hear nothing but give his bitch asses flowers. Come in yelling at me. What the fuck? Yo, Lux wanna come back up. Lux wanna come back up. Shout out Lloyd Banks in the building too. You said Lux? Where you at? I just want to see the fight. That's the whole point. I just want to see the fight. Wait. Guru, thought some of y'all conversation about the best. I just let you know I don't aim to be the best. I just want to put out great music. That's it. I I think you should aim to be the best. No, it's too subjective, B. Too many nice guys. Everybody's nice, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna just make the best music that I can make for my, and that's what it is. Got it? Oh, I can't find Lux. You said Lux, right? Yeah, Lux. Plus Hope's still alive. Hope's there you go. Out here breathing.
Boozy, what it do? In the building with the. Yo, checking this shit out right here, bro. So I had to go back. So I've been listening to a lot of Ransom lately. And these niggas talking about getting and battling and shit. And then, you know, I got Apple Music, so I can download all the music I want, yo. I got Royce the 5'9" last album, and that shit hot. But I didn't realize all these niggas are beefing, yo. And then Royce diss motherfucking Lupe, and Lupe came back with a diss. And somehow they trying to pull Ransom in this shit, and I'm like, oh, that like they was talking about Ransom and Pain. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck gonna fuck with Ransom, nigga? And so I put that shit on Facebook. I was like hip hop heads only. Ransom versus who? Who you gonna put against Ransom? And then they started calling some names, and they was like, nah, nigga. And then my man was like, Mickey Fats just dissed fucking Royce. I was like, what? I was like, yo, Royce about to get into it with everybody over this little argument they had, yo. So Lupe done dissed him. Mickey Fats done dissed him. They call him a black Eminem. Now that's Slim Shady. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my God. So now I gotta go back. Cause I listened to one of these little clips like weeks ago. That's what made me get another one of Ransom's latest albums. Like, hey, they talking about shit on there, like. But then on Ransom album, that one album, he got motherfucking Royce on that shit, yo. So I'm trying to understand where the beef coming from. But apparently, Pain said he the best. And then Royce got on Twitter saying some shit like, prove it or some shit. And this whole little beef sparked with like, they're not like underground rappers, but they're like some of the hardest motherfuckers who don't get their recognition, yo. That's like Sci-Hi the Prince and fucking Locksmith. Like, these niggas got bars, but a lot of people just don't listen to them, yo. Like Mickey Fats. Motherfuckers got bars, yo. Motherfuckers just don't know who the fuck they is really like that. So this right here is Royce the 5'9" and two other niggas talking. I don't even know who these other two did. Who is it? Now I know who Loaded Lux is. Yeah, he got Loaded Lux in there now. Yo, Loaded Lux, another one of them niggas, yo. Like, he a battle rapper, but nigga got hella bars, yo. And I ain't never heard no studio shit from this nigga. I think he got like an album or two out or something, like real albums he did. But for the most part, like, all I know is of Loaded Lux is battle rap. And now they're trying to get motherfucking Lupe and Royce the 5'9" to come into the battle rap scene. But them niggas like they ain't want to do that shit.
So you got your finger over the speaker, bro. I told you. I don't know what he said. Man, he said something. Take the shit off. Yeah, we good. We good.
Hey man, that sound like to me. I mean to y'all, like I already love the, you know, the tension and all that. That makes a good fight.
He said he's ready for war, Lux. He said he's ready for war.
Yeah, that sounds healthy. Yeah, no, he said he was start practicing. He said start practicing. He said start practicing. Did he say start practicing?
No, Lux. But you gotta notice my man's demeanor. It's like when a nigga pull out a gun and the nigga look at him like, use it, nigga. Use it. You ain't scared me with that little gun. Use it. That's what Royce Face said. Royce Face said, nigga, use the gun, nigga, use it.
And it looked like, I hear you, and then it looked like Moose said ain't nothing to talk about. Everything going got a body in.
Hold on. I've been in the streets for a long time.
I've been in
the streets for a long time. Royce said, get in the ring then, bitch. And then he said, start practicing.
He said, start breaking, man.
That didn't say, all right, that's not a, that didn't
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Is that an agreement?
Oh, what?
No. What I'm telling you is, look at body language. So this is the nigga that's trying to intimidate everybody in the party. He pull out his little gun, and the niggas that don't move, and it's like, no, nigga,
right. All I'm saying is, was
that
an agreement?
That's all I'm asking.
Let's go. He said, start breaking. What that mean? Ain't no
the nigga said start practicing.
No, he said start breaking.
Bro, no, he started, listen. What did he say? Move. Y'all do this, man. Listen, move. Y'all do this good for other niggas. This is Goo y'all talking to. All that shit, the nigga started talking about prices and he don't fuck with this nigga and that nigga. Nigga, I'm talking about getting in the ring. If it ain't URL, it's other battles. Y'all niggas know all them niggas. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Hey, yo, so, everybody, so this live, this feed ain't going nowhere. You have to go back and look at it. Some man said start right. And all that far as I'm concerned, we ain't got to keep talking. Man, Clancy say start right. That shit sound like it's on to me.
Y'all niggas been doing
sound like it's on to me. Ain't nothing to talk about. We just got to talk about it.
You know what? That shit was on too, yo. Like, I'm gonna play the tracks. I don't think I can get flagged for these tracks because they like some underground shit, yo. I listened to these shits earlier.
Nigga, Lux just called me.
Well, get in the motherfucking ring then, bitch. If you got a motherfucking problem, who you think you fucking talking to, nigga? You playing too much.
Okay, start
practicing. Ain't coming that motherfucking face out the voice, nigga.
Start practicing, nigga.
It ain't nothing to practice about.
The nigga start practicing. Fuck what you talking about.
It ain't nothing to practice about. If you can't rap unless you get personal.
Yo, this fucking Royce dissing Lupe right here.
Solidarity like that muscle we refuse to flex. That's energy that these niggas just refuse to tap into. In our disparity, measure hustle, we lose success. Attack us mentally, that's that energy cage you're trapped into. Therefore, I'm done promoting the dumb shit. I'm with a hole in your son while he holding your son chips. While you over there with a chip on your shoulder like you over or some shit. Your flow is redundant. I separate your body from soul. Now your body is cool, spiraling out of control. Now you over there, body odor is pungent. But coming out of your body over assumptions. Look at all this passive aggressive pussy and all the past neglectful positions. This push put me in. We them cool niggas bringing food, liquor, and foolies in. They do all the yelling and accuse nickel of bullying. Cruelty to illies is intellectual vibrato. Run full speed to hit niggas with the message like wallow. I bleed mentally, I breathe mentally, and sit with Neo and Stevie Century. I squeeze till this ego completely empty. I'm three-dimensional, I beat the MCs, I'm greed and envy. Call Jones, watch me go briefly, I squeeze Bentley. I skid on through these thoughts with a narc commit largely. I live hardly, chewing constant bitch to kill softly. Either or it's me or Bill Cosby. They trying to kill a lord online, premature, it's Biz Markie. Can't expect you to like me more than you love rap people. You respect white people more than you love black people. I let you naysay, I let this ain't say. I desecrate flex, I decorate weight. I estimate 100 left, I let the cake say. I don't carry suitcases on big lunch to Mars deep. I don't carry big guns to a small beef. I don't really care what Mickey Fax has to say. Add Lupe, that's touche. I don't care for big gums and long teeth. You know the code on flows if I'm a purchase bling.
That's why Fax came at him as, he was like, I don't give a fuck what Mickey Fax got to say.
Add Lupe, that's touche. I don't care for big gums and small teeth. You know the code on flows if I'm I desecrate flex, I decorate weight. I estimate 100 left, I let the cake say. I don't carry suitcases on big ones to Mars deep. I don't carry big guns to a small beef. I don't really care what Mickey Fax has to say. Add Lupe, that's touche. I don't care for big gums and small teeth. You know the code on flows if I'm a purchase bling. Just so you know, not a soul walking the earth is mean. Bow before the king, kiss the goat, all-purpose ring. Water guard, puts us like a bow soldier versus me. Y'all with all the jokes, laugh hard, but y'all ridiculous. I'm with all the smoke, map, and my Chicago riches. Proving rap page through the red cache. I'm the dude who they threw the case at like 8-track tapes. Blue A stacks and Peter Lucas to the fake that state. Who waves at the Louis haters through the new Maybach drapes. We gon' do this with Kanye. If you can relate that straight, we come shooting for Conway. Ruby your face back straight. 170 on the dance, all the melodies and the demonic acts. That was like Vlad, always selling me all of the trauma back. I speak to cabarets as a deviation of drama. Pastors and wave cats as a recreation of honor. Land to appreciate black abbreviations of genres. Battle me ASAP, that's for PDA with Rihanna. These male faders with crying attitudes, I ain't attitude. My kind of fabric is well tailored to a violent attitude. I'm choosing peace ahead of the tax home. From using celery ranch to moving into a new elegant ranch home. A true MC, y'all doing them regular dance songs. You losing your teeth moving like using Kevin Durant home. We share the light whenever the mic and drums get blacked on. The better knives that never polite and young relaxed on. Here come the Thundercat song. Karate beat Miyagi, keep it completely boxing brief. Don't get waxed on. And it's the rich of man and night for writing the scripts that last long. I like my crackers dead and white just like them shit the Shaq owns. Call me Big Cialis if she's done. Switch my address, get Niagara. Dick, I ain't no liquor balls and it's Niagara. This androgynous like actress, I'm involved with it's my Astra. Lift my ass and if y'all asking if I'm gassing, it's my asthma. Y'all listening to the master who's been talking to the masters who's been listening to thy master through this talking and diaspora. Y'all get awards to get awards, I spit water dilution. I'm balling, I hit record, I'm getting courted by Lucian. The Lord abuses the blacker culture with actors like rapping for rapping chords. Distract your voices to lower the nooses. The more important the news is, more distorted the muses. That's all they employ ludicrous, exploit the movement. To know it's cops killing black artists and moralisms. Holding your top is the last straw like quarter juices. The more exclusive Dior, Gucci, the ported boosters. It's the more juvies and 42s that the court accuses. I wish Nick Cannon and testicular fortitude to 40 new stepchildren to inject him with the cure to lupus. Pain ain't even frequent, just evil teasing the godly. It ain't even inside me, it's just weakness leaving the body. I flip heritage, redefined it to dying gel. Buy and sell for my clientele, but without the myself. Ryan Big Alliances, Click Alliances, Iron Elk. Built to giant pyramids in alignment with Orion's belt. Man, you ain't got to lie, you a hostile guy. You about to rob the new entourage, but you not your rise. You've been ostracized, used to rock with eyes. You was hot to lie, but look at you now, you just hot to rock. Lord Love said if we battle, then he gon' sit with Luke. I told him you're dead if we battle, now who gon' sit with you? I'm ready to see all the ladies see, all the ladies see. In HD and 1080p, and this shit for publicity. You and me couldn't mix your written and spit, cause it's a victory. Stop at the sip of the dark, complete with the hickory dickory. This Oscar De La Renta club is on the Kunta Kinte to the fullest school of pimp play, offering the fuller template. It's hard to differentiate. O'Donnell with who the rings take. Judas from Ingrate, who students from who the sensei. The Carter mascot, Forrest moving packs on the back block. Nobody argue with Shabba, rooted to Kimbe. Take your mama out on a date at the Barclay, like I'm Drake on the parquet. Carter Uber suits the rip pay. When it's the last shot with a second left and second best is an RJ. Need to get used to moving with MJ. Everybody grinding on Allen Iverson cornrows. Heavy grinding on every island out in the Congos. I have not encountered violent exchange through combos. So I don't holler, I do the police changes and John Doe. We can kick it, be specific to meet with my Timberland soul. Y'all timid and roll, y'all feminine trolls, pretending to smoke. Got bitches slipping on Vinny and Pro, I'm Vinny and Cole. I'm Vinny and Pro, I'll hit my Indian junk in your pros. If Mummy says you ready to go, who's trying to hit it the most? I'm hollering Ripley outside just like my nigga can go. She sound like Jimmy and Joe. No, watch the reactions of your kids. Masculinity ain't what's taught to the absence of it is. I'm Jill Scott playing, Gil Scott hair. With Reem, her and D'Angelo. Queen serving me cantaloupe. Hammock low, swerve lambs on Atlanta roast. Earl animal, Manigo. First lamb with an indigo. The pearl handle with Amago. Answer what with your girl, Nana or Anago. Cancel culture's annual. Santa Pro is the anecdote. Cancer don't take for granted, no family though. The streets won't hand us no manual, so we go handsome Emmanuel. You forgot to do, you not the shy, was locked aside. Without him, you be dead, probably Claire standing beside you. Fred Salmon and lied to while the red camera disguised you. You find it, but where was that with the credit cameras and Kaisers? 9-minute freestyle about me, I had it in front of you. I got plenty problems, my nigga, rapping ain't one of those. Rapping ain't one of those.
Say yeah, Trap. I apologize, man. Last minute. So, we asked for this in advance. That's it. Yeah. Say lean on me. Nigga shot a dream on me. So the nigga, he can lean on me. Fall asleep and have a dream on me, nigga. Yeah. You see, it takes niggas weeks. They need a comfort zone and some beats. Lollygags the polymatters to go over responses. Get all laid and technical in their content. Press record. Then I bring the receipts. Lambda. I think that was sweet. I wish I could just kiss you on the cheek. Nerds have their hands in everything. Gangsters won't even to the police. Won't you tell your niggas get that? Take some of them cool bullies and go and get some of our shit back. The problem is that you ain't never had no impact. Kit Kats and chit chat and syntax don't make up for how much you sit back. I think that nigga's scared. He never leave heaven, cause he already dead. Damn, nigga, you insane? What's the point in knowing how to point and aim? If the niggas you gon' bang look exactly the same, that ain't motherfucking cool. That's a motherfucking shame. This ain't no motherfucking game. That's why I think you are a motherfucking lame. We both wear glasses. The difference is I was in school thinking it was cool. You was thinking of skipping classes. Listening to your trip record, I can see you was skipping classics. I did it on my first one and delivered to the masses. Your songs are immemorable, your verses are impenetrable. I ain't even listened to that diss record. Only fuck with you cause your interviews. I ain't even trip when you called me a bitch. I was like, look at Salem, calling me a witch. Look at how they made him. Look how much they gave him. Look at all the assists. Nigga, if it wasn't for Premier, you wouldn't be. It wasn't for. If it wasn't for, nigga, I got a dozen more. Hov think I'm Hov, Nas think I'm Nas. That's the trick. You ain't gotta think when niggas already think you are. Mwah. Your story crooked and your book too. Past the dumb shit, but you would shoot somebody's son holding sunships. I wish they would've left Biz here and fucking took you. And all your technical hypotheticals in life, I've never met with you. From a distance, I accepted you. From the podcast, I've been kinda skeptical. This ain't our first class, this is just one of the several. I ain't trying to bash, it was like you was off your schedule. You was throwing more than jabs. I was like, this nigga's incredible. We had to fucking edit you. I don't know what vegan Detroit vegetable Dr. Sebi diet infected you to think that we shared the same metrics, or somehow I was less than you, and I was the type of nigga that you could get really disrespectful to. I ain't never lectured you. I get energetic and joke, and in real talk, nigga, I ain't never disrespected you. I'ma punch you in your fucking face, and we all think it's silly. I'm thinking like on this bitch, nigga, stuff is fucking city. I mean, you got all of the clout, you know how to bring all the niggas out. You can walk the walk, I mean, we seen you walk all over your house. But me and Mickey just geeks, because you got some heat. Like I didn't go to the closet and put guns all over the couch. Your mental health hotline, I think that shit is grown up, but you're the very last nigga should be picking that phone up. I spit your verse to get immersed inside my enemy, and to remind you they gotta go through you just to get to me. Subtle subordination, perpetual sidekick nigga, sort of a session that you used to. So you ain't gotta get all extremely too personal on your albums when you're not surrounded by bigger artists to fucking boost you. Nigga, you called me, I didn't recruit you, with no regrets, I take it as a test. You said, Lupe, you gotta have some grace, not be so haphazardly, put the truth all in their face. Now that I think about it, it's kinda half and half. The nigga actually for this rap, why would you keep it in a stash? If you ran the world, we'd get defeated in a flash. You really gon' be the boss, can't keep secrets from the staff. I learned that in the streets. Nigga sweeping trash, keeping my city clean while you was talking about beating a nigga's ass. That shit is whack.
Long live backpack rap. Fuck these monster drinking, new age conscious thinking. Farrakhan today, gangster tomorrow. One foot in their sorrow, another foot in the trap. Killers who easily triggered by a little negative tax, who had the audacity to ask rappers to rap. Facts. Mickey! Hey, listen, I ain't done, nigga. Check this out. Look, hey, in 7 minutes he did it. If he knew how to freestyle, he could have rented heaven for 7 minutes and been done what needs to be done by the second sentence. All this extra innings may come across as master, but my impressions of apprenticeship, penmanship has the fingerprints of a gimmick and affection and the intimacy of impressions of that nigga you friends with. I ain't gotta say it. I can't even blame you. The nigga's one of my favorites. Fuck that, back to my status. All icy, talk spicy at the house of a traitors. Inwardly successful when outwardly I've made it. Clearly, if I was a regular rapper, you wouldn't even come near me. This nigga think he's Siri, can answer to your queries. What's Siri to Steve Jobs? A button to Tahiri. I'm excessively cheery. Promote my nigga theories. What's an alien to a Pentagon report? I see your brother trying to cheerlead. That's what he's supposed to do. And everybody that's fucking close to you will support, push you forth, and calm your black ass down, cause they ain't push you in the source. You chose violence. I just wanna know when you gonna respond to Osiris and go to EO-Dub, battling from a judge, instead of hitting smack and trying to entertain the thugs. Come and fuck with us, nerds.
He said you were a perpetual sidekick, Nikki.
Do you believe you can't make good photos? I promise you can. See so many social feeds.
What's up, everybody? I'm Reggie Williams, founder and CEO of Rose for Heads, and with me to consume. We thank you